It is not easy to tell this story. The words feel heavy, like stones I've carried for too long. But I tell it anyway, for anyone sitting in the quiet wreckage of their own life, believing they are alone. This story is for them. It's a map of pain, but also proof that you can walk through it and survive. To speak of betrayal is to speak of a profound shattering, the demolition of a world built on love, family, and a future you thought was secure. Revisiting that time is to feel the ache of something violently lost, a haunting by the ghost of a life you believed was real. Silence only serves the pain. Bringing it into the light is an act of defiance. My pain is valid, but it is not the entirety of me. I write not for pity but for solidarity, for anyone who's been broken and is trying to piece themselves back together. Recovery isn't linear. There are days of strength and nights of sorrow, moments of clarity and stretches of fog. There's no magic cure, only the slow work of showing up for yourself day after day. It's the quiet promise you make in the middle of the night, I will get through this. And so, I begin. Our beginning was luminous, filled with hope and laughter. We built a life together, a private world of shared dreams and trust. I believed in the sanctity of our commitment, in the solid ground beneath our feet. Marriage was a public declaration of what already felt true. When our son was born, my love deepened. He became the center of our universe. Trust is a delicate architecture, built slowly, plank by plank. My trust in him was a cathedral, vast, soaring, a place of solace. I never imagined its foundations were laid on sand. Looking back, I see the small cracks I ignored. Late nights, emotional distance, the phone always face down. Hindsight is a cruel editor, highlighting all the foreshadowing you missed. But in the moment, you explain these things away. You want to believe in the story you're living, in the person you love. So you do. You smooth over the cracks with faith, never realizing the entire structure is compromised. The idea that it could all come crashing down was unthinkable. It was a story that happened to other people. Until it happened to me. The discovery wasn't a single moment, it was a slow, sickening dawning. A gnawing intuition grew as small inconsistencies piled up, shifting stories, unexplained expenses, hushed phone calls. The air in our home became thick with unspoken things. I confronted him. He denied everything, gaslighting me until I questioned my own sanity. But my gut wouldn't be silenced. I pushed, presented evidence, terrified of the truth. The confession came in grudging drops. One affair, he swore, a mistake, a moment of weakness. I wanted to believe we could fix it, for our family, for our son. I tried to forgive, to rebuild, but the trust was gone, obliterated. Living together became torture. Every time he left, I wondered where he was really going. Every phone buzz was a spike of dread. I became a detective in my own life, searching for proof the lies had stopped. It was exhausting, soul-crushing. The home that was my sanctuary became a prison, haunted by betrayal. The foundation hadn't just cracked, it had crumbled to dust. I was left sifting through the ruins, trying to find a way forward. The life I thought I knew was gone. All that remained was the truth, and the pain. The legal system became the next battlefield, compounding my pain with cold bureaucracy. Through the turmoil, another truth emerged. My husband was not our son's biological father. Yet legally he was still bound as a parent, and fought to reduce his responsibility. The man who once doted on our son now argued in court to minimize support. The system, meant for fairness, felt like a machine designed to inflict more pain. I walked out of the courthouse with a verdict that felt like yet another betrayal. Just as the legal battle settled, my world was upended by a random, brutal assault. My body became a landscape of bruises and fractures, a different kind of violation. Recovery was long and grueling, demanding all my attention. The focus on physical healing gave me a strange reprieve from emotional pain. I witnessed my body slowly mend itself, teaching me about resilience. If my body could recover, maybe my heart could too. The trauma created a clear before and after, but surviving it clarified what truly mattered. I was still standing, scarred, but alive. Just as I found a fragile equilibrium, technology delivered another blow. A synced photo album from his new phone appeared. Evidence of a vast network of deceit. The single affair he confessed to was just the tip of the iceberg. Photos, videos, messages, proof of years of betrayal. The man I grieved had never existed, it was all a performance. The pain was breathtaking, but I gathered every piece of evidence. This wasn't about revenge, it was about truth. He had underestimated me, counting on my ignorance. His carelessness handed me the key to the full, unvarnished truth. I was ready for the next battle. Armed with irrefutable evidence, I re-entered the legal system. My hope was for fairness, not vengeance. The court saw the depth of deception and made a small adjustment in my favor. It was a symbolic victory. No ruling could undo the years of lies. After the hearing, I felt empty, grieving not for him, but for the woman I was before. I wept for lost years, wasted love, and a family built on a lie. The verdict closed a legal chapter, but the emotional book remained open. There was a glimmer of hope and an ongoing investigation, but mostly there was a void. I was left to rebuild from the ashes of my past. The only way forward was through. In the quiet aftermath, the real work of healing began. Support came from unexpected places, friends who listened, a therapist who guided me. Healing isn't about forgetting, but integrating the scars into who I am becoming. The lessons were brutal but profound. I can't control others, but I can control my response. My worth isn't defined by someone else's blindness. I am more cautious, but my heart is not closed. It's cracked open, letting the light in. I am slowly building a new life, one based on truth and integrity. For the first time in a long time, I am walking forward with quiet, resilient optimism.